Route 66 were great.
Yep. Yes, I see the resemblance.
It's Thor.
So is this actually a piece? Yep. 15 years since we were last here in cowboy hats.
Welcome back to the channel. We're Leigh and Nick, a couple from the UK. In 2017, due to a health scare, we gave up our 9-to-5 lives and bought a lodge on the east coast of England, where we started enjoying life and seeing more of the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and join us on our biggest adventure yet as we drive from LA to Orlando on our USA road trip.
Packed. I'm ready to leave.
Got everything? Check. That's clear. That's empty. No, have you left anything plugged in?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Rubbish is done. Bathroom's clear.
Let's go.
Let's go to the Meteor crater.
Right, we are on our way to Meteor Crater in Arizona, which is a massive meteor crater which was created 49,000 years ago by an iron meteor which crashed and impacted the Earth. Nick has lots of facts about it because he loves it and he's watched all sorts of documentaries about it. We have actually been there before, 2009.
For 15 minutes.
But we didn't stay very long because we didn't have time, so we're going to spend some more time there, maybe even do a tour of the rim, which they do. So Nick's got a few facts about the meteor crater.
Well, I'll share the facts when we get there,
Okay.
so it's actually put into perspective of what the size is, but this thing is
Massive.
it's something that you will never normally see. It's not like a natural formation like you get on Earth, you know what I mean, like the woods and the canyons and things like that. This thing is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
It's actually where they filmed the film Starman with Jeff Bridges and Karen Allen,
Which was one of Nick's favourite films when he was younger, so he's very excited to go here the first time, and he's still excited to go this time.
There's actually a garage about 2 miles away from the crater rim that they also filmed in the film, and we're actually going to go there and we're going to have apple pie. And if you've watched the film, you'll know when he's eating the apple pie, he goes, terrific.
I don't know that bit.
You've watched the film, you'll know it.
So
people who know it, comment below if you know what bit I'm talking about.
So the Meteor crater is owned by the Barringer family. They've owned it since about 1903. They used to mine there, they presumed that most of the iron from the meteor was still under there and they were going to be like billionaires from it. But then scientists sort of theorized and realized that because it hit the Earth at about 29,000 miles per hour, or just about 49,000 miles per hour, something like that, that most of it vaporized upon impact. So they never got all the billions of pounds, dollars, whatever, out of it, and then they opened it later on in the century as a tourist attraction, and the family still own it and run it and everything. And there's 4D cinemas, there's a museum, you can touch some of the meteorite which survived.
There used to be a subway.
There used to be a subway, which Nick likes to tell people that that's all I was interested in when we went last time, because I was very hungry.
Completely true. That's why we spent longer in subway than we did around the Meteor crater.
Well, this time I've looked it up and there's now a new coffee shop there, so we're going there as well. So we are 1 hour 42 minutes away, so we've been going about half an hour. It's about 2 hours drive from the Grand Canyon. So we've just been driving maybe an hour or so, and just look how green it is.
It kind of looks the same as a Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I mean,
we went out of it.
Yeah, the Grand Canyon
And then
did
back
look
in
very
it.
green actually.
Yeah.
But even ahead, like there's like hills of green and grass, and just always amazes me how you can drive like an hour or two in America and it completely changes.
Temperature, scenery, everything.
Temperature is what now? It's only 12 degrees at the moment.
No, it's 19.
Oh, 19.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. It was colder in Grand Canyon. Now it's warmed up. But that's our outlook at the moment.
Very alpine.
Yeah, look at all that. It's very all green on that mountain there.
It's making me want to eat milk and chocolate.
Route 66 says on that sign there. So we've just turned on to Route 66. We're not on it for long though. We come off it in 5 minutes.
Maybe we'll do that on our next road trip.
Maybe.
Route 66.
Yeah. So
Route 66 on that sign.
yeah,
there.
Route 66. All these motels and stuff. If you on the Route 66 to stay at. But
we're leaving it.
Yeah, we're leaving it after 5 minutes.
East Ponderosa Parkway.
Oh, Route 66 were great.
Yep. Goodbye, Route 66. Oh, we're going over a train track. Right, we're just 7 minutes away. That is the gas station from the film Starman.
Where he had the apple pie and went terrific.
So we're going to go in there after we've been to the Meteor Crater, which is just down here. We're on Meteor Crater Road at the moment.
5 miles ahead.
5 miles ahead. Right, here we are at the Meteor Crater building. So the Meteor Crater is just over this hump. There is an RV park here as well now. If you are in an RV, you can come stay here.
The hill that we're driving on now is actually the rim of the Meteor Crater where it's pushed it back.
Meteor Crater.
Right, where do we park?
Right, so we've just paid online to get in. It's
$23 if you basically do it online. It's $25 if you do it actually when you get here.
Yeah, so just do it online.
Save $6 basically.
We waited until we made sure it was definitely open. Although I think they asked open 363 days a year, I think it says.
They close for Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. Right, so we're upstairs. So the ticket booth is downstairs. There's really not much to see. You just pay for your tickets and then you come up this staircase here or up in the lifts over there. And then you come into a courtyard here where they've got an Apollo capsule which is actually on loan from NASA. And then you've got a plastic alien. And then over here, plastic astronaut. And then over here, you've got a little alien. So if anybody's familiar with Stargate, they'll know that this is like a little Asgard. Lizzie said he's photo taken with that. And then there's like a picnic area in the yard. And then the Meteor Crater is actually at the other side of the restrooms, right at the other side. And then we're going to go into the museum. Apparently there's a documentary at 10:30 and then there's a guided tour at 11:10. So this capsule never actually made it into space. It was just used for testing splashdowns with the astronauts. There's some of the other most interesting stuff on here as well. The NASA astronauts actually trained for the Apollo missions inside the crater, and I think NASA still come in once a year and do training regularly anyway.
Yes, I see the resemblance.
It's Thor.
Thor from Stargate SG-1, yeah.
And his neck is as thick as my wrist.
I might get you one of them for Christmas.
I wonder why all representations of aliens look like this, because they look like this when we went to Area 51,
It's because when it landed in Roswell, that's what they looked like when they came out.
But why look like this? Why is like 3 foot tall with a big bold head and big black eyes?
I don't know, because that's what they look like when they came out at UFO in Roswell.
How do you know?
Seen it on TV. So they sell the film Starman on DVD.
I want to watch it. I now want to watch the film.
I should watch it really, because I've only seen bits and bats of it a long time ago. Just looking at these stainless steel rings, which I quite like. Nick's gone and got one stuck on his finger. Oh, there you go.
Got for that.
Right, so we thought we might get one each, put it on as a wedding ring, because we don't wear wedding rings, and then we'll always remember our time at the Meteor Crater.
It's
perfect.
got foreign text on it. No idea what it says.
Right, we found our sizes. I'm not actually sure what it says because I think it's all in like a foreign language.
I think it's Latin.
But we'll just pretend it says something about the Meteor Crater, so it means something to us.
You're gonna have to ask it. It might be like devil prayer or
I
something.
don't think so. After 23 years, we've finally got wedding rings. Right, so we used Google Translate to see what those rings said.
It's not the Ring of Fire or anything like that. Like
it's actually the Lord's Prayer. Now, we're not very religious, but we just liked them, and the fact that they came from the Meteor Crater, which it might sound cheesy, but it's always meant something to us because it was one of Nick's favourite places on our last road trip, and it makes me giddy. So
do you want to put it on? Do you want to put it on?
Yeah, go on then.
I wonder if Wendy will be crying. There we go.
Finally
it's a bit
got
loose.
One. Oh, for goodness sake. It'll be alright though when you get hot.
Well, I've got
your fingers
I can
go
put it on
chubby.
that hand because that knuckle's fatter.
Yeah. Right, we're going to the museum to watch a presentation.
Right, we're not going to show you the crater yet. We're just going to look around. So we've come up to the top floor. We're just waiting to go into the theatre for a documentary type thing that tells you a little bit of fact about it. But that's what it's going to look like. Obviously not where we're stood. We're actually in the visitor centre here, but we do actually get to go down a little bit inside, and there's a guided tour that takes you halfway around the rim as well. So is this actually a piece?
Yep. The largest discovered fragment of the 100-foot meteor that created Meteor Crater.
So it was a 45-metre piece of solid nickel iron metal. Does it feel like metal?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no wonder it created that hole. That is like solid. I bet that, I wonder how much that weighs. I bet probably half a ton, that. Easy. It's amazing that that didn't come from Earth and that came from another planet.
Well, yeah, that's true.
It's kind of freaky, isn't it? So we're going to go into the theatre and we're going to watch the show. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to film, but we'll give you a recap if we can.
The secrets of the solar system were unlocked. But the crater that Barringer identified is still the best and most perfectly preserved impact crater on the Earth.
So as you saw, some bits of factual information there on that video. Basically 50,000 years ago, a nickel iron meteorite travelling at 26,000 miles per second slammed into the Earth from the east, creating a massive vaporized shockwave that basically gouged out the crater, which we're actually going to go and see as soon as we've been on the guided tour. Right, so we're going to nip into the Discovery Centre, which is a lot of where the exhibits are and a lot of factual information. So we're not going to obviously film all this, but we're going to make us way around and just see if there's anything that we didn't already know.
Look at that about the Meteor Crater. It was going about 26,000 miles per hour. At that speed, the Meteor Crater could have passed over New York City in 8 minutes after being sighted in Paris, then impacted in Arizona 5 minutes later.
You always think that meteorites are going to be like rock, but look at that, it's solid metal, like a cross-section of it. That one landed in Russia, that one landed in Arizona, but they're very similar. They're like literally like a slice through of metal.
Nick's listening to the sound of a meteor impact.
Moving at 11 miles per second. The shock of impact melted most of the meteor and spread it with
Microscope.
Yeah, like a digital microscope, showing 3 different types of rock. Unshocked, moderately shocked and severely shocked. So that's quite smooth. And then if you look at this one, hold on, you can see it's pitted and quite abrasive.
So a few facts about the meteor that created Meteor Crater. It was travelling around 40,000 miles per hour or more than 11 miles per second. The meteor that created the Meteor Crater was about 150 feet in diameter. The Meteor Crater is more than 4,000 feet across and 3/4 of a mile. And 20 football games on 20 football fields could be played at the same time.
So you can actually simulate a meteor. So I've set the speed, the size, the density and the angle that it's going to come in. Let's put it at a 40-degree angle. I've chosen Earth. Now let's see what happens. That looks like an extinction level event, doesn't it? 500 to 2,500 kilometre diameter. You have to see in Starman, you'll actually know at the end of the film, he actually runs down here into the bottom before the alien ship comes and picks him up, and it actually tells you that it was the same track that Barringer used to install and maintain water and a steam boiler at the crater floor. And there was another bit of factual information as well, that it actually used to be a lake several thousand years ago when the water table was higher than the lake, and it used to hold a series of small shallow lakes, as it says there. Right, so entry into the complex includes admission to a guided tour, and it's basically you've got to hike. I think it's 1/4 mile out according to the sign to my right hand side. It's good for groups, photo opportunities. It's guided, and we actually get to see the rim again.
Unfortunately, nobody's allowed out on this specific trail on their own. You must stay with me the entire time. If you do not have the time for the tour, do not want to go out on trail, you can self-guide on your own through the double doors out to the observation decks to view that crater for yourself.
Right, we're headed out onto the tour. And he just told us to be careful for rattlesnakes.
12 different species and scorpions. He says it's very rare.
It's very green, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember it being green last time.
I wonder where the trail is where they ran down on Starman? Is it just there, kind of going
He'll
down?
probably tell you, I imagine.
Well, maybe.
Just there, I'll zoom in a little bit. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, but there is a little spaceman astronaut down there.
There was a fence last time, wasn't there? Fenced area where they had like the astronaut inside it.
Yeah.
Did everybody get to see that fragment inside? That is the real Holsinger meteorite fragment. It is not a casting or replica. That is the largest piece we've ever found so far. It weighs in at 1,406 pounds, 92% iron, 7% nickel, and 1% was found to be between 80 and 82. Different trace elements, all known to Earth. Striking this location with the force and power of a 20 megaton bomb. That'd actually be 1,000 times more powerful than either of the bombs that were dropped in Japan. But to give you all a little equivalence of what it actually takes to replicate that kind of power, I want you all to think about a box train car. Now fill it to the brim with TNT and continue that process till you start getting a relatively long train. Because that train, in fact, must now touch New York City, then stretch all the way across states, then all the way down to my hometown of Los Angeles, California. Because that's in fact how much TNT it would take to replicate a 20 megaton bomb.
So it's just said that 7 miles out, everything would be destroyed. 40 miles out would be hurricane winds.
Now the aftershock alone from the impact would have still been felt for up to 800 miles in every direction.
And I have rattlesnakes and scorpions, Lee.
Lizards, I've seen lots of lizards.
It's not the lizard that were in there. I can run away from them.
Now this crater was first recorded to be found in 1870. I'm sure everybody here has heard about the NASA moon landing. Every astronaut that's ever gone to the moon or ever will go to the moon has and will train here first. Our crater is the closest representation to a moon crater you can get. We
So
only
this
have
is
one active research
crystallized
trail. It's the only way in and out of the crater.
quartz sandstone that's been caused by the high pressure of the meteor impact. The only other place you'll find this is a nuclear test site, apparently. And this was the base of the old seabed.
However, if you take the left turn of the entrance, and while they were refueling, they got it in their heads, it'd be a terrific idea to fly directly over our crater for a nice aerial view and a good picture. However, here at the crater, we do expect no less than about 30 to 40 mile-an-hour winds every day. A vortex.
So that shiny bit there is actually part of a Cessna,
Now,
which crashed
when they
near.
flew over, they were sucked into the vortex. But as professional pilots, they knew if they relatively flew upward with the vortex, they would get out safely. But what they miscalculated is all that lovely silica sand down there. Now let me explain what silica sand really is. The very finest pulverized version of shock quartz, which means it is still crystallized and shouldn't be in your plane's engine. It choked out the engine, stalled the plane, slamming on bottom right side of the wall. But lucky day, they didn't die. Captain Kidd suffered 2 broken legs. Gary Chapman suffered a broken back and a broken leg. But I will always give credit where it's due, because using pure adrenaline, Captain Kidd was able to pull Gary Chapman out of the wreckage. The bad news for the both of them is it then took Luke Air Force Base 6 hours to come out and rescue them.
Right, so Jeff Bridges went down that track there, I just asked.
So that one there coming down. So when you see it in the film and he's kind of jumping down the rocks, that's where they palavered down the cliff. We've just paused for everybody to catch up, but one thing he did say is when it first happened, the meteor crater, it was 1,700 feet deep, and in the 1900s when they first purchased it, the Barringer family, it was actually 700 feet deep, and today it's how much? Just over 500?
Something like that.
So in a few years' time, it's literally going to be filled with sediment.
For now, once we get back, we're going to go and have a look at the coffee shop. "15 years since we were last here in cowboy hats.
We didn't we?
If I can find the photos, I'll put them on screen. But if not, just imagine us in cowboy hats. Oh, that's a lower observation deck.
Yeah, this
This is the higher one. Should we go to the lower one?
Yeah.
We can see it better there.
Let's do it.
What can you see?
You can actually see the mine shaft. It's not filled in. It's actually got like a grid over the top. There we go. You can just about see it. You can see the grid on the top. And then you can see the astronaut with the flag. There we go. So there it is. 550 odd feet down. Almost a mile across, and I think a 2-mile walk all the way around. Rock here was actually at the top, and the white rock at the top was actually at the bottom. But because of the force of the meteor, it literally flipped it upside down, and from that they can actually work out the angle at which it came in because it's different on that side. So this was the guy, Daniel Barringer, who bought it thinking he was going to mine it and get all the meteorite ore from under the ground. And it ended up...
He spent 27 years of his life
drilling holes and
drilling
finding
holes
nothing.
and finding nothing because the meteor vaporised on impact. But he thought it was underneath.
Well, now it's a tourist attraction
Yep.
in the middle of the desert.
Still owned by his family. Right, so just next to the shop, this is where the subway was the last time we came here. Had a lovely subway in here.
I guess it wasn't lucrative enough.
Now it's now a coffee company, a cafe. Ooh, nice seats. Ooh, veggie sandwich, ham and Swiss. Not got a lot of choice left. So we've got to decide now whether they have a coffee here or one down at the
I think we should try
the garage.
Garage.
Okay.
Right, a quick review of that tour. It probably wasn't worth going on. We didn't pay any extra for it. It was fine. It was all included, but it took about 40 minutes.
in the scalding sun.
In the scalding sun, and the guy, bless him, he was a nice enough guy. He just told us everything that we already knew from the visitor centre, and then you can just go and see everything that he showed you yourself on the viewing platform. So it's up to you whether you fancy that or not. I mean, it was
If you're not
alright,
one of
but-
these, if you're not one of these people that don't like reading exhibits or reading on Wikipedia before you go, then the tour's perfectly fine because it
Yeah.
tells you everything you need to know.
But we just found out everything we knew and we wasted 50 minutes and we've not got 50 minutes to wait. So anyway, we're going to go. We didn't have food at the coffee shop because there's not much left. We're going to go to this garage now where Starman was also filmed.
The Starman Garage.
Hopefully it's open and is a proper petrol station as well because we're going to get some petrol. Then we're going to get something to eat in there. I'll see if I can film in there as well. And then we're going to head off to Roswell.
7.5 hours.
Yay. Right, here we go.
I can almost hear the theme tune now.
Ooh, petrol is a little bit more here than it was
How much?
elsewhere.
$4.19. It's still
Yeah.
cheap.
We've seen it for like $3.39, I think.
$3.99.
$3.99.
cheapest. Florida prices.
Yeah. So
So if you've seen the film, you'll recognise that dome.
Nick seems to think there's going to be cafe in here, like where you ate apple pie, but I don't think there is. But we'll see when
We'll
get
find
in.
out. So in the movie, they pull up here, get gas, and then they go inside and they start eating apple pie. And it's a guy that's serving them, and he eats a bit of apple pie, and he says if he doesn't like it, he doesn't have to pay for it. And he goes terrific, which makes reference to earlier in the film. And then all the police turn up, and the lead investigator goes in, meets the Jeff Bridges, the alien, gets to know him, releases him, and then they go to the meteor crater, and then the spaceship comes down and picks them up. So let's go inside.
I bet we don't get apple pie here free if we don't like it.
Terrific.
Right, so they don't have a cafe by the looks of it. I can't see anything about the film, but we'll ask the attendant in a minute. We're going to get a sandwich then.
Yeah.
Right, so the attendant did clarify, well, I mean, we knew anyway, but from last time, that she did say yes, Starman was filmed in there, but it's been completely remodelled. They used to have a restaurant in there, which was in the film, but that's all been taken out. It's just now like a normal garage.
The shape of the roof was the same, but
Yeah,
that's about it.
the shape from outside is the same, but it's completely different inside now. And the last time we came here, they had some photos of the film in there, but not anymore, so it looks like they don't bother about it at all, which is a shame actually. They should make more of it, I think. So we're just going to fill up with petrol here. We've got a sandwich and some drinks, and then we've got a nice long drive to Roswell.
This is probably the longest drive plus the 2 hours we've already done.
Yeah.
It'll be 9 hours. This will be probably the longest trip so far.
At least I'll get some editing done, and then we'll show you around the hotel once we get there.
I bet you we
About
don't.
7
We'll be
hours.
fast asleep.
Right, let's see how long this is going to take us.
Navigate to Days Inn by Wyndham, Roswell.
7 hours, 19 minutes.
Head south towards Meteor Crater Road, then turn
We'll get
left
there at
onto
9
Meteor
o'clock
Crater
tonight.
Road.
It is now 12:48 in the afternoon. Right, we've just gone to this road and it says continue for 342 miles. So there's no turns or anything for 342 miles.
Oh my god. That's the train that they came to the Meteor Crater on. It's Starman.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's a long, bloody hell, it's a long train. Amazon. And some Prime stuff on there.
Yes, Karen Allen and Jeff Bridges travelled on a train to get to the Meteor Crater.
Look how long it is.
No, how the hell does the engine even pull it? It's at least 2 miles long.
I'm just going to film until we get to the end of it, just so you can see how long this train is.
That's nuts.
UPS. Almost at the end.
Imagine it trying to brake.
There we go. Hours 57 minutes to go.
3 hours down. It felt like a breeze actually.
I'm bored now.
You're bored. I've been driving for 3 hours non-stop.
I've been editing for 3 hours non-stop. Oh, thank God for a stop.
My card's not working. You'll have to go in and pay cash.
We'll just call it a Route 66 service station. They've got a casino in there. They've got a travel centre in there. They've got grill and something or it. Should we both go in and have a look?
Yeah.
It sounds like it's going to be a massive one.
Let's get petrol first though.
Right, Lee's just going to get the change because we only used 30 of the 40. So it's more like a gift shop and a kind of supermarket as well. See, we're definitely in New Mexico now. All the everything's branded New Mexico. Little fridge magnets here, New Mexico. So we're going to have a wander around. Ooh, dream catchers. We're going to have a wander around, see whether we can get anything for snacks, and then have a look in the casino next door.
What is it?
French sweetie roll called concha. Don't know what it is. But like a bread with a like a bit of a salad lump.
Nick's always drawn to the sweets. Cinnamon roll. Danishes. Oh my god, what's that? Apple turnover.
Cherry turnovers.
Apple fritters.
Oh, get me out of here.
What's these? Pickles. What's these? I don't know.
Tomatoes, whatever they are.
Pretzel. Hot corn dogs.
You fancy hot dog?
What, in a bun?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we could do, I suppose, couldn't we?
Well, that's what the pickles are for.
And then there's a car place here. Oh, ice creams.
Yeah, I love ice cream.
Ice creams again. Lottery. Cigars, and then casino. Oh, what's this place? DQ Grill and Chill. I've never heard of it. Oh my god. Those burgers look nice. We decided to have 2 original cheeseburgers.
Let's try these. Ooh, big ones.
Quite big. So these were 2 for $5, 370 calories each. It's like a brioche bun.
It's massive.
I was expecting like a McDonald's cheeseburger type thing.
Oh, has it got gherkins on?
Little
Oh, it
bit of
has.
ketchup on there.
Check out the other side of that.
I'll try and get it off. Let's have a look. Oh, it's already got tomato
Gherkins,
sauce on.
yeah.
Oh well. Right, let's have this and then get on his way.
3 hours to go. Right, burger stuffed in. We've just got back in the car. Lee's just setting his laptop up. I'm just going to program the sat nav and then we'll get underway again. Oop.
How long to go now? 3 hours 12 minutes.
3 hours 12 minutes.
God, I'm bored now.
Head west.
Try my seat.
So we're on Route 66 at the minute.
We are.
That was a Route 66 gas station, casino.
Route 66 Travel Centre, it says. And the petrol here is $3.75. So it's actually gone down from the most we've paid in California was $6.99 a gallon. It's $3.75, so it's basically almost half at the minute.
And this is the first stop up. This is the first turn we've had in 3 hours or so.
Yeah, we've still got another 217 miles on this strip.
On the same road.
Yep.
We're finally coming off this road, but we still have 2 hours to go. So the sun's just setting behind us.
We've done this. We've done 362 miles in this road. If we wanted to go back to
Keep
LA
right to the
now,
fork.
this road literally behind us goes back to LA. It's over 870 miles back to LA on this same road, non-stop.
I'm bored now.
Tell me about
Continue
it.
on US 285 for 27 miles.
1 hour 39 minutes to go. It's 112 miles on this particular road, and then we're there. There's no turnouts or anything like that. 112 miles, and then there's the hotel on this road. So I just said to Nick, this for me feels like the start of our road trip, even though we've been doing it almost 3 weeks. Although we've done a lot of new things, we've tried to do almost everything new. We've done a lot of similar areas that we've done in the past, like we did the California road trip in 2009. So now, Bodie we've never done, and a few other stuff we've never done, but we've been to LA before, been to Las Vegas before, been to Grand Canyon and Yosemite. But now, after we've done the thingamabob, the Meteor crater, because we've done that before as well, this is all new. This for me feels like the start of the USA road trip, and I'm really looking forward to Roswell. I know in my head I think it's going to be like loads of cheesy alien things, like the McDonald's shipped as a UFO.
It's not in your head, it is, that's what it is.
Like all the stores are just cheesy UFO themed, but I'm absolutely really looking forward to it. And I just love now that we're somewhere in the USA that we've never been before. We're in New Mexico, we're in soon to be in Roswell, and we've never been there before, so it's brand new. So I'm all giddy for the next few stops.
8 days.
We've got Roswell, then we've got Dallas, then we've got New Orleans, then we've got a long drive to Orlando, unless we plan a couple more stops along the way, we never know. So there, have you got aught to say?
Yeah, we said yesterday on the last vlog we would give an update regarding SIM cards. So
Yeah.
when we came in January, I were on gift gaff and there was no roaming. So as soon as we got back, I changed to O2 on an O2 Plus plan on unlimited data at home. And we then came in April and the internet was absolutely garbage. And I can confirm it's exactly the same again. Lee's on
I'm on
O2 now.
It's okay just for sending WhatsApps and stuff like that, but nothing more.
You can't web browse, you can't stream.
And sometimes I can, but sometimes I can't.
Well, I did a speed test and I'll put it on the screen now. It was like 0.2 meg up and down on O2, and yet 3 was like 10 times that.
3 has been a lot better.
So I got a 3 SIM card. I got it from Tesco. I topped it up with £10, which gave you like 16 gig or something like that. Because you can only use 12.5. You can only use 12 gig when you're in America, no matter how much you top it up by.
And you can only get this all 3 contracts now. Like
Pay
pay monthly.
monthlies.
Have got rid of their roaming. Mine, it lasted for quite a while. I had it in January, but then they finally dropped me the email saying, right, your roaming's going. So that's why I came off 3. But they do it on pay as you go. So if you get the pay as you go unlimited.
No, not unlimited.
No, sorry. If you get the pay as you go, any pay as you go, and then just top it up by £10, you get 12 gig in America
Per month.
per month.
So I've literally topped my card up with £12 and it's super fast. You
Yeah.
can stream off it, you can watch Netflix.
Netflix has been a
Obviously,
lot better
I've
than mine.
not done that because we need the data for sort of downloading music and accessing things at home and work and things like that.
So when I get back, I've got a dual SIM phone. I'm going to get a 3 SIM, just a pay as you go one, stick it in my phone, and then, well, there's two benefits of that, because we upload vlogs all the time. If I can't get an O2 signal because I'm on unlimited back in the UK, I can top it up and get unlimited 3 in the UK, or I'll just top it up the next time I come to America and I'll have 12 gig of decent internet.
Yeah, and that's what my mum got, because my mum's on Virgin Mobile. She didn't have any signal at all. Well, not signal, but any data or minutes. So I bought her a pay-as-you-go SIM and put it in her phone, so she used that and all while she was here, so she had internet access. You could call each other on WhatsApp. It's basically brilliant.
Yeah.
Given the fact that in January I paid like 60 quid a month for T-Mobile in America, and if I'd have known at the time, I could have just used a 3 SIM and just topped it up by £10 a month.
So there you go. Three pay-as-you-go. Get them from like Tesco for £1
or Amazon for £1 preloaded,
and then just top it up by £10. Obviously you'll have a different number on that SIM than a normal number, but if you've got a dual SIM phone it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And then the second thing is the Curve card, which we've mentioned in a previous vlog, and if nobody's seen that vlog, it's basically a firewall card that allows you to use a card in the UK normally like a Virgin credit card. If you used a Virgin credit card abroad, you would get charged for every time you used it in a foreign currency. The Curve card fronts that and like firewalls it, so you can use your Curve card, and then as soon as you've used it, it then charges your Virgin card and converts it into pounds, so there's no charges. We got one each before we came. It allows £1,000 a month on foreign currency and £200 from a cash machine a month. So we used mine for all the hotels, so mine went pretty quickly. Tried to use Leigh's and it had basically stopped working. It took us 2 weeks because the customer service for Curve is absolutely garbage. It takes them like 3 days to reply, and for some reason they'd closed, because Leigh had an old card and they'd closed both accounts, so his current one with his card that we've got here didn't work. So it took 2 weeks of emails back and forth to get them to re-enable that. Anyway, we've just got it working in the last few days, so we're now back on collecting Virgin points again.
Yeah. So we would still recommend Curve, yeah?
Yes.
But
I wouldn't say if you've got a problem, don't expect a quick fix.
No, it's taken 2 weeks to fix it.
Yeah.
So there we go. A couple of updates for you. 1 hour 32 minutes to go to the hotel, and I hope it's a nice hotel. I hope it's got really good reviews. Staying at the Wyndham, is it?
Days In by Wyndham.
Days In by Wyndham. Apparently it's like a 5-minute walk to everywhere in Roswell. It gets really good TripAdvisor reviews.
It's been refurbished as well.
Refurbished, so it looks really nice. I just hope it's a really nice hotel, and I hope the Wi-Fi is nice and fast, and I'm just looking forward to a nice, good night's sleep.
I have got one more thing to say actually. So we booked this through the travel agency that we've got, but there's something called the Allied Business Network, which is basically an American company that lets you sign up to get discounts on hotels. So I think it's called abnsave.com or something like that. If you sign up, it basically gives you 15 to 20% of most hotel chains, including Wyndham, Marriott's and all those, and I think you basically just put in their corporate code into the booking site. Completely free to sign up. I basically signed up months ago. So if you want to stay in any of those chains, sign up to that, use the corporate code for that particular brand, and it basically gives you the discount off your hotel bookings. Almost as much as what we were getting on the travel agency rates.
I'll get Nick to do a Facebook post on that on our Orlando group or our Lodge Guys group as well, just to explain that a little bit more. 14 minutes to go.
Many hours later.
And obviously it's dark now, and that is the first sign of life, that all those lights that we've seen for hours. So we're presuming that's Roswell in the distance. Our hotel is 14 minutes away, and then apparently our hotel is about a 5-minute walk to Roswell and all like the alien
it's all on the main
museums
street
and stuff like that. So like I said, I can only presume that is Roswell there, and we'll be at the hotel in 13 minutes. Right, so we're just driving close to the hotel, McDonald's. We just passed a Chili's, at a Walmart, and a Dollar Tree. We saw the Welcome to Roswell sign, and it had an alien on it. And I've seen an alien.
Oh, I can see a flying saucer on top of that building there,
Where?
wherever it is.
Where?
There, right there. Top of this building here, behind these trees.
I can't see it.
Oh, you need to open your eyes then. It's right there. There.
Oh yeah, I can see it now. But Texas Roadhouse. There's a lot.
Oh, there's
an
an alien. It reminds me of the 192.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we're used to seeing in Florida here so far. Oh, there's a Super 8. We should have booked in there.
No. I'd rather sleep in car.
Oh, and there's a Sonic. Now, we have got some points on our MGM rewards for Sonic. You can use it at Sonic, which is a burger place. But I do want to check out the McDonald's, which is shaped like a UFO, apparently.
I don't think we're going to pass it. I think it's south of the hotel.
Yeah, but we'll probably see it tomorrow, won't we?
Yeah. I can smell food.
So, not seen loads of alien things so far.
Well, we're still 2 miles out of the main town area, so...
There's an alien there at the side of the road.
Looks like an house guard again. I want to take one home. Subway?
I'm just going to keep the camera on because I keep seeing the aliens.
And then by the time it starts,
but yeah, by the time I start the camera, it's gone.
China King.
Oh, I could just eat a Chinese
Ooh.
from Panda Express.
Oh,
We've just passed one, I think.
there's definitely lots of choices. Oh, I can see the hotel on the sat-nav now.
Oh, good, finally.
Red Lobster.
Target over there.
Golden Corral. I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting like
Golden Corral.
a ghost town with sandy roads, do you know what I mean? And yet this is like a big, massive town whose tourism is completely based on the
1947
Roswell incident, yeah.
And this is where we're
Your
staying.
destination is on the right.
The Days Inn by Wyndham. Right, we're in the room. We're getting it cooled down because it was very hot. Very nice room. Very nice. We're just watching The Hangover, and I'll show you around the room quickly. So the aircon is on, thank God, and belting out. Little table there. Little desk area here. I'm going to get my laptop set up there. Nice. They said it's a king-size bed, but it looks bigger and bigger, I think.
Super King, or like
Massive.
Empress, whatever.
USB slots there, thank goodness. Microwave, fridge, TV.
Decent-ish internet.
Well,
about
yeah.
10 megabyte.
Better than we've had for the last week or so. So I should be able to upload some things. I've just unpacked my clothes. A little coffee area station here. Let's have a look what we've got. I could just drink a coffee actually.
I've not even looked in there yet.
I could just drink a coffee. Decaf, might have a decaf. And then the bathroom area. Where's the lights? There we go. Nice bath and shower area. So
It looks
nice.
Have you saved me some wardrobe space?
Yeah.
It's very much similar to last night's, isn't it?
So there you go. That's the room. So on the next vlog, we shall be exploring Roswell. Apparently we're about a 5-minute walk away, so there should be no driving tomorrow. We're walking everywhere and exploring all the UFO and alien things that are about. I think there's like UFO research museums and all sorts of stuff like that. So that'll be on the next vlog, so join us for that. Hope you've enjoyed our vlog today at Meteor Crater.
Can I just say, even though we've been on the road since 8:30 this morning and it's now 9 o'clock at night, it's not like, it doesn't feel like a drive in the UK.
Because it's all one road, no turnings, nothing. It's just like, and there's hardly any traffic on the roads.
Well, we had 362 miles on the first road, then we had 150 on the next one.
So there's no traffic lights because there's no stopping. There were
No
no traffic
cat
jams. So it was just like continuously going until we stopped for petrol, and then continuously going again. So it's not felt too bad to be honest. I've been editing all that time, so it kind of passed for me. So using our unpacking hack, tip, whatever, of packing all your clothes.
It has been a godsend because having to do this,
and then they just come straight out of your
that's
case.
it, all done.
So we'll see you on the next vlog. Thanks for watching today, guys. Hit the like button, click the notification bell, drop us a comment below. Hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. Check out the next vlog where we'll be in Roswell, and we'll see you on that one. Bye!